Hi there, Andy Lockwood from Lockwood College Prep, and today I want to answer a question that I have gotten a lot. I'm recording this in the beginning of November, right in the middle of November 1 and November 15th, crushing, soul-piercing, energy-sucking deadlines for early applications, early admission, early decision. And one of the questions I get all the time is, should I submit my SATs or my ACTs to, this college or these set of colleges, these colleges, plural? The answer is one of those it depends answers, which I am famous for. So let me walk you through my decision-making process. So first of all, let's talk a little bit about test optional. So many colleges are test optional. I'm guessing that trend is slowing down a little bit just based on some pronouncements by MIT and a few other colleges. I think in a vacuum, most colleges would prefer to see SAT or ACT scores, but many of them do not mandate them. But I want to point out to you a few things. Number one, it's a lot different. There's a big difference between applying test optional and getting in test optional. So to understand how admissions officers evaluate candidates for admission, you have to understand, what goes in to the hopper with all the factors that they look at. 60% of the equation is academic stuff, meaning your GPA, your rigor, generally AP and IB classes, and test scores. So if you remove test scores, that makes those other two components more important. That's just simple logic. And it also makes the other 40% more important individually. So the other 40% is a combination of things that are out of your control, like race and ethnicity, etc. But there are things that are in your control, like leadership and character and your extracurricular activities and your essays and so on and so forth. So if you remove a key bit of information, the standardized test scores, that makes everything else much more important. So if everything else does not put you at the top of the heap, above the median of the college or colleges that you're applying to, it's not really going to help you to go test optional. So similarly, the decision whether to submit scores or not, to me, has to do with what part of the range are you in, the published range. So if you have, let's say, a 27 ACT, and that is right in the middle, maybe the low end of the published range, maybe the range that the school claims they receive is between 26 to 31, and you have a 27. I would say submit that, because if you don't, what's the implication? It's pretty obvious. It's not that you scored too high and you don't want to show off, to these colleges. It's that it was too low and you didn't want to submit for fear of shame and mockery and not getting in. So my feeling is that if you're in the range, even at the low end of the range, I would still submit to overcome that tacit objection. Hey, we think that you're not showing us scores for the obvious reason that they're beneath the range. So if you're in the middle or at the high end, definitely submit. And of course, if you're above, submit. Scores are still important, particularly for merit aids. So not only for getting in, but also for getting merit. So you could go test optional and get into a certain school, but you may knock yourself out of the box for receiving merit scholarships from that school if you don't submit your SAT or ACT also. So I just wanted to round out that discussion with that final comment. I hope you found this tip and you're finding all my tips helpful. If you haven't subscribed yet to the YouTube channel, please go ahead and do that. If you want to get this stuff audio version, check out our podcast, the College Planning Edge podcast. That's on iTunes and Spotify and a bunch of other places. And you can always check out our website for more information on college admissions, financial aid, why even bother going to college, how to backward plan your way into college. That's lockwoodcollegeprep.com. We offer all types of services related to college advising, to financial aid consulting. We do all the financial aid applications. We offer test prep and tutoring. There's a lot to give on that website. So check us out, and I hope you're finding these tips valuable, and I would love to see you right here. So subscribe and don't miss out. Talk to you soon.